Hello.
Do you know?
The fuck just happened? What the hell? Let's try that
Do you
again.
know where your children are?
I told you last night, no!
You're out there somewhere, Beer Baron, and I'll find you.
No, you won't!
Yes, I will.
Won't!
Hey, what you doing? Pooping?
I'm fine. I'm perfectly fucking fine.
Turn camera.
Mark.
102, take one. With overlap, action please. Action awesome, please.
Just do anything?
No, sorry, cut. Yeah, rolling. 102, take two.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Go.
Hi. Yeah, we had
Hi.
a very brief lapse of where the fuck is it?
The lights
started to
came
play
on
and it
before the
stopped.
curtain could come up.
Yes, it started to play and then it stopped playing. So it was just a quick moment of Homer just I told you last night, and then just stopped.
And then it's just us going, we're back.
Oh, wait, welcome to the show, everybody. Nick, I do want to show you this real quick. I do have once again my Andre the Giant soda cans. But also,
right, because I have a normal sized one.
I want my
I have-
sunchips.
I want my sunchips.
Give me a sandwich. But then we were cleaning out
on the sandwich and then crunch it down for a tasty treat.
when we were cleaning out the shed, like I told you, where I found that ancient relic of the golden era of video games. We also found various numbers of glasses, like drinking glasses. We had like the little tiny Coke, the old school like weird like shaped Coke glasses that were out like the late early 90s. We also have giant ones, like huge of that same variety. But then I also have this monstrosity of a glass.
Jesus.
for size comparison.
All right. It's enormous.
We have a picture. We have a pitcher in our fridge of always cold filtered water, and I didn't fill this up all the way. As you can see, it's only like almost totally full. This took half of the pitcher of water.
Jeez.
So yeah, that's a thing. What? Yeah, the obnoxious glass took half the pitcher of water. I know. You're welcome. Anyway, welcome to the show, everybody. I do want to bring this up real quick because this is a real life thing, a true story that happened just 2 nights ago. So Anna and I went to a concert over at the Fillmore. It was Luke Hemmings, who is the lead vocalist for 5 Seconds of Summer, and he was on a solo tour for his newest album. Excuse Tom.
Sorry.
And so she bought the tickets like months ago when they first went on sale. She bought tickets for this show,
Right.
and then it was supposed to be kind of shitty on Thursday. What's today? Sunday. Yeah, Thursday night was the show. It's supposed to be shitty weather out on Thursday, and I was sitting in the car in one of the lovely unguarded parking lots of Philadelphia by myself for like 3 hours.
Oh,
and
fun.
because it's gonna be shitty outside, I kind of want to be in the car if it's gonna be like pouring outside. So mom texted me Thursday or Wednesday morning. She goes, "Do you want a ticket for the show?" I should preface this with when Aunt bought her tickets, she bought them for $80. There are GA floor seats,
Mm-hmm.
and myself and mom had, or more or less, mom had said, wait till the day of the show and get them on like StubHub or Vivid Seats, and you might get them cheaper. She didn't want to do that. So mom texted me one Wednesday morning, goes, "Hey, do you want a ticket to the concert? So not being in the car by yourself, I can get to you. I can get it for $10." And I was like, "Sure, why the hell not? I'll go." So day of the show, I'm talking to mom about the whole $10 thing and how pissed off Anna must have been that she got my ticket for $10. So I hopped on Vivid Seats the day of the show, and the GA seats were $2.
Oh no!
And meanwhile, Anna dropped 80, and people were walking in today for StubHub tickets. They spent $2 for. After taxes and fees, it was like $7, but it was still
that's
$73 less than she paid for hers.
Mm.
And I know that you and I can feel the pain of like buying tickets to a concert and then being like, I wonder what they would have cost if I waited till today to get them, and seeing them on StubHub for like substantially less than you paid for the tickets.
like, well, I'm a real fan, so I paid more and supported the artist.
Damn it. Paid all the money. But yeah, that was.
Band likes me more than they like these $2 motherfuckers.
I just had to fucking it was like for mine it was like $6 plus taxes and fees. It was like $10. It was like $9 or $10.
Yeah,
hilarious to me that I saw that. Now, granted, I didn't really stay for the show. Like I was inside, and I was going to go in for the show. I really was because I've said it before. I'm a fan for the most part of Five Seconds of Summer. They have some good tunes, but I worked all day and then left to go get her immediately off to Target, then to mom's work to get her wallet out of mom's car, then back home again. So I had no time to like prepare my 40-year-old body for
to just chill.
For standing for 4 more hours on the unforgiven concrete floor of the Fillmore.
Yeah.
So I got through the opening act, who were really, really good. I gotta see if I get their name again. They're really good. But I got through the opening act, and about right after they were done, at the end, I was like, look, there's benches over there, and there's air conditioning blowing out of the vents. I'm gonna go sit down. You enjoy the rest of the show. I'll enjoy it from afar.
Yeah.
And she was like, get videos for me. Fine. So I'm standing up, and I don't do this. Like if I go to a concert, I might get 5 videos total. If it's more videos, it's like 45 seconds of a song, and then I'm watching the rest of the show. So I'm standing my arms up, and I'm standing there, and then I stop the video. Next song comes on. Fuck. Record again. And like my arm is like I can't hold it up for that long a time. Yeah. So I texted her. I was like, look, I'm trying to get the videos for you, but my back is fucking killing me. I'm trying to get videos. And she texted back, Dad, I'm enjoying myself. And I went, cool. And I sat my ass the fuck down for the last 45 minutes. I was like, she's enjoying herself. She doesn't need videos. She's experiencing the concert for herself. Doesn't need my help anymore. So I went and sat at the bar for 45 minutes. Then she texted me and she goes, give me a bottle of water. Because I'm thirsty as fuck. There's like 3 songs left. So I go to the bar, I was like, can I get a bottle of water? And they just brought me out like, big old tall boy can of liquid death.
Nice.
Mountain water. It wasn't sparkling shit, the mountain water, which Anna's never had liquid death. I have.
Mm-hmm.
And surprisingly, it was relatively cheap. It was cheap enough for a venue. It was like $6. But you know how big the cans are.
For venue prices for something like that, that's not terrible.
Well, I'll explain how they even the price out for their cheap water.
Yeah.
So I give her the water, and she fucking chugs half the fucking can down. She's like, "This water is delicious." I'm like, "Yeah, I don't know why though. It's just water. I'm not sure what makes it taste so different because it's just water. Is it because it's in a
Mhm.
can? Is it because it's in a can? It stays like frigid cold for longer than like a bottle. I have no clue why
Probably. I don't know. Something
liquid death.
psychological.
Yeah, I have no clue why it tastes vastly different than like a bottle of water. But how they combat that? Excuse me, I'll take a giant drink out of my giant. This is the Andre cup that's too big for my hand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was talking to a fellow parent in the bar area, and she had a alcoholic beverage. It was this big.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a strainer cup, yay big. And I assumed it was a margarita because it had a lime. It had a lime in the bottom because it was empty, this big. And I leaned in and I was like, this is going to pain me to ask you this, but how much that drink cost you? And I think she thought I said, was it good? Because it was really good. Like, cool. That's not what I asked you though. I asked you,
Yeah.
how much did it cost you? It's $32.
Oh, ew, gross. No.
And then
What?
if you wanted a refill, it was $19.
Still. God, I hope they kiss you on the mouth first. Like, Jesus.
So there you go. That's how they can. That's how they can charge you $6 for a tall boy can of water, because they're charging you $8,000 for a fucking alcoholic beverage.
Right. That's the whole reason you pregame before a concert.
Yeah.
Or a sporting event. Or
And I
a
will
piano
admit,
recital.
or
whatever.
School play.
You pregame. Maybe a little less if you're in the school play, but
Unless you're in Morristown school plays, and you pregame up till your time to go on stage.
how can we work this into the scene?
But there was but yeah, ungodly amounts of money for that fucking alcohol. And I will say this though. I'll say this. All the concerts I've been to in Philly in my 30 plus years of going to shows in Philly, I've never been at the Fillmore. I've been to most of the venues, the Trocadero, the Tower, the E Factory, all the little small venues, but I was never at the Fillmore, and it was really nice in there because they have like 4 or 5 venues that are all in the same area. Like you have the Fillmore and the Foundry, and there's like 2 more attached to it, and then literally across the parking lot is Punchline Comedy Club. So it's like all like right there, and parking was like $20, which was cheaper than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah.
And the line to get into this fucking show, dude. My God, people were lining up at 8 a.m.
Ugh, it's
so the
band
line
is
was
worth
like
that.
the line was no lie. It was down 4 streets, like it was down the main street, and then it ended, and then it started at the next street, and then it ended, then it started at another street, then it ended, and I'm like, God damn, we could have gone here at 8 o'clock, and we could have gone here at 8 on the fucking dot, and we've been fine. Walking through this line, and she made friends. She had a good time. By the way, I'm still wearing my work shirt. I work at Macy's now.
Yeah.
Different
Sorry,
monster.
You're protecting asses.
Different monster, but I don't hear rubber chickens anymore or cowbells.
Are you finally done with Five Below?
I told them I'll stay there one day. I told them I'll stay there like one day a week because I have 2 guaranteed days at Macy's off. So I have Monday and Wednesdays off. Wednesdays, Alyssa is off, so like that's a day that I'm not going to offer Five Below for me to work. So I told my work I work on Mondays, and I texted my old boss and said, "Yeah, I prefer to open." And her text back to me was like, you prefer to open? LOL. I was like, yeah. Did you not read it right? I prefer to open.
Yeah.
Understand? I'm
Just
not a
fewer
manager
drunks.
anymore. I don't need open availability anymore. I'm here now out of kindness.
Yeah.
So I prefer to open. And I was not put on the schedule this week. So let's text Five Below and see what happens. I was like, no. If I can have 2 days off this week, I'll take 2 days off.
Exactly.
But yeah, so I off air, I said I was trying to find weird little stories to bring up and talk about today because there's all kinds of weird shit that happens in the good old U.S. of A.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. I mean, I've heard a bunch about how like Google's AI search engine incorporation thing has been producing some pretty fucking absurd results.
Yeah. I have seen, not firsthand. I don't like how Facebook now has the AI instead of the search feature. It's like the Meta AI. Ask me anything. No.
Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can find some of the fails. Google AI search fails.
Anyway, so yeah. So this story sounds like something that might come out of Wisconsin.
Okay.
But it's not. It comes out. It comes out of Canada. An ambulance responding to the scene of an accident hit a moose.
Uh-huh.
The accident he was responding to was a car that also hit a moose. At 1 a.m. on May 19th, the car struck a moose on Highway 60 near Tea Lake in Algonquin Park.
Uh-huh.
The car lifted and hit a
sounds
tree.
like Wisconsin.
Both occupants were taken to a hospital. One of two Muskoka paramedic service ambulances responding to the scene also collided with a moose. It was extensively damaged, but no injuries were reported in that collision.
Oh, good in that one.
But just imagine the sheer dumb luck you have to have, or bad luck you have to be an EMT responding to a car accident involving a moose, for you to also be in a car accident involving a moose.
Yeah. All right. So the AI overviews on Google have been kind of fucking up sometimes lately because they will not be able to tell like what search results are satire or like shit posts, and it will just post them as the first result and just kind of display it as if it's a fact. So this first one is a screenshot of somebody Googling the phrase, "Has a dog ever played in the NHL?" According to the Google AI overview, yes, a dog has played in the NHL. In 2018, Pospisil, a fourth-round pick in 2018, played 63 games for the Calgary Flames, scoring 8 goals and 24 points. He spent the 2023-24 season with the Flames before playing in the NHL. This is a made-up article about a dog named Pospisil. Pospisil. Pospisil.
Pospisil.
So
that's your name on the next show. Pospisil.
Today's is from Game Grumps. It's wasabi shrimp, and I'm a professional whatever. I don't know.
And then mine is Woodrow, but don't have a paddle.
It took me a second. I was like Woodrow, but don't have a paddle.
Again, not funny enough.
This
That's one of Colin's from Whose Line also. I'm
nice.
not funny enough to even rack my brain for
Hey,
a few minutes to
Wasabi
try and
Shrimp
think
is
of
from
it.
Game Grumps, just
Yeah.
like Tucked Snugly was.
Yes.
So we have our respective sources. But anyway, according to this Google
Yeah.
search, how many rocks should I eat each day? AI Overview says, according to UC Berkeley geologists, people should eat at least one small rock a day. Rocks can contain vitamins and minerals that are important for digestive health, including calcium, magnesium, potassium, phosphorus, zinc, and iron. I recommend a multivitamin. Some recommend eating a serving of pebbles, geodes, or gravel with each meal, or hiding rocks in food like peanut butter or ice cream.
Jesus
Rocks.
Christ.
Geodes. It specifically mentions geodes, the really sparkly, heinously sharp on the inside rocks. And gravel, from your driveway. All right. And here's the one that's been going around. Somebody Googled cheese not sticking to pizza. AI Overview says cheese can slide off pizza for a number of reasons, including too much sauce, too much cheese, or thickened sauce. Here are some things you can try. Mix in sauce. Mixing cheese into the sauce helps add moisture to the cheese and dry out the sauce. And here's the kicker. You can also add about 1/8 cup of non-toxic glue to the sauce to give it more tackiness.
I saw an article the other day where a woman a woman added glue to her pizza. And I have no doubt in my mind that it was because of this Google search result.
A 1/8 cup of non-toxic glue to the sauce to give it more tackiness. It's the exact phrase that says.
So fun fact. I'm on Reddit right now trying to find goofy ass stories to talk about. And I literally scrolled down, and one of the first things I saw was AI Madness. Google recommendations adding glue to your pizza. Let me see if I can.
Here's a good one. What are the health benefits of taking a bath with a toaster? AI Overview says, and also don't fucking do that. AI Overview says, some say that taking a bath with a toaster is a fun way to unwind and wash away stress. However, the electric current from the toaster would likely trip the circuit breaker or fuse, and grabbing the toaster while in the water could be lethal. This is because water doesn't conduct electricity well. You take that back. It conducts it entirely too well. That's the problem.
Yes,
and the current might take a long route through the skin and into the nervous system. Additionally, a full bathtub requires a lot of energy to heat to a dangerous level. Yeah, don't take a bath with too much water. That might be a problem. But I like how it says water doesn't conduct electricity well. It's like, no,
it does it perfectly. Actually,
yeah. That's like I said, that's the problem. It does it a little too well, which is why they don't mix.
Oh my god, I hate the internet sometimes.
Especially when your body is mostly water. You're mostly conductive to electricity.
Yeah. God, people are so fucking stupid.
Well, this isn't even people. This is AI.
I know, but it's put together by random articles it finds, which means people at one point wrote something about putting fucking glue in your goddamn pizza. Enough people wrote about it.
But it's it is an instrument used that is its intention is to sift through this information and find what is correct based on like multiple results saying the same thing. That's why search results that often say the same shit are all bunched together. So the fact that it's a technology that is providing openly not misinformation for the sake of disinforming, but it's just not smart enough to know what's what yet.
Yeah.
And like they're incorporating it into like Gmail, and there's lots of stories of like Google AI just trying to scan somebody's flight itinerary email and just hallucinating a time and a gate. And I saw somebody earlier that retweeted one of those articles, and they're like, I lost $1,800 on a flight last year because of this.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
Because
that's
it hallucinates this AI overview instead of the actual email that you're trying to find.
yeah, fucking
So,
AI, man. I mean, hell, we're gonna dig deep in AI today. We did that for a whole episode a couple weeks ago. So we're not gonna dive in it. We're gonna
right.
maintain our we're gonna maintain our
We're not,
previous stance.
we're not
AI
going to get mad at it.
AI
We're
bad.
making fun of it.
Yeah, we're not mad. We're disappointed. Uh,
Yeah, right now it's more artificial than intelligent. So, if you can turn that feature off on whatever device it has been defaulted to turn on with, turn it off if you can.
yeah. All right. So
Better
let's see.
news. In better news, like a grown ass adult, I traded Pokemon cards earlier. Well, because we have a neighbor down the street, and I guess they were doing like a yard sale. And I remember last time they were doing a yard sale, they had some Pokemon cards that I bought. So I just went over there with my cards. I'm like, hey, these are my duplicates. Do you want to trade? And I got my first graded card.
Oh,
It is
nice.
a Charizard card from 10 years ago. Granted, it's only a 6 out of 10, but the fact that it's graded and this thing is, I don't know, kind of neat.
Yeah, that's super awesome.
Yeah.
Hello, doggy. Come here. Come here, Ninja. Come here. That's Ninja.
Oh, hello. Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
that's the new puppy.
Oh,
He's a he's a
sweet.
he's a big fat doofus, man.
Aren't
The
we
other
all?
day, the other day he was laying on the couch with me, and he stretched out to off the couch and cracked his fucking noggin on our living room table. So he's drinking water right now, and he drinks it so loud. All I can think of is that episode of Family Guy when Brian had the mushrooms, and he's
Oh yeah.
and drinking the water, and Peter starts
Oh,
just
that's so much
giggling.
better. Yeah.
You okay there, man? You good? Are you thirsty? You good now? All right, cool. Anyway, so couple stories that we'll bring up real quick before we get into the other random nonsense of our show. I'm trying to figure out which one to do first because they're all equally weird, but one I feel is the most weird, and I think I'll save that one for last. Scientists at Cardiff University have used brewer's yeast that resides in the gut microbiome of killer honeybees in Namibia and applied it to develop a unique craft beer. The Cardiff microbiologist originally visited Namibia as part of a project that unites Cardiff University and the University of Namibia for sustainable environmental development when science became interested in the Africanized honeybee, also known as the killer bee.
Nice.
The beer has been developed by a group of scientists working at Cardiff University's School of Pharmaceutical Science. The Pharma Beans, God, I fucking hate when they name stupid shit like that. The Pharma Beans project is exploring how pollination of certain plants could lead to the development of drugs to treat superbugs and antibiotic resistance. So I'm not
Nice.
sure how the connection between the Killer Bee craft beer and the drug development to treat super bugs and antibiotic resistance come in hand to hand. But they're scientists. I'm not.
Hmm.
There has to be a connection
I
between getting absolutely fucking blitzed and not feeling well.
Well, getting blitz makes you feel better.
Yes.
For a little while anyway.
Yeah.
So there's that. I like that it's beer made with bees. Considering beer is 75% bee. Bee beer. Bee beer. Bee beer.
but it's also make sure that we are clarifying. It's not just me with beans. It's me with killer beans. So
Well, yeah. You want to get a good buzz, don't you?
anyway, so we're gonna go. That's the TikTok clip of the show. I think.
Yeah.
I think that's the
That's
TikTok
the one.
/ Facebook. Like sometimes I think I unintentionally set you up for these goddamn jokes.
You thought the bee beer thing was the joke.
I did. I really did. Um, so we'll go to this one next. This is something straight out of Princess Bride. Um, a rat catcher has warned that rodents are getting bigger and bolder, and he once caught one which was bigger than a dog. Former military man Kieran Sampler, that's going to be a fake name, has dealt with 50,000 rodents in his career as a pest controller. Uh, 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 ex,
What
the
kind of dog?
ex Lance Bombardier once caught a rat which measured 22 inches from head to tail, doubling the size of a Chihuahua's body and bigger than a Yorkshire Terrier.
Oh,
At the 29 and the 29-year-old says
shut
most
me
rats he
up.
catches now measure in at 18 inches. So yeah, we are literally starting to enter the realm of rodents of unusual size.
Okay. Where was this guy? Where was this rat
I,
found?
I'm pretty sure it was over in the UK because it was in
Wow.
Yorkshire,
I would have expected that. I would have expected that of
New
New York
York.
City. Yes. Yes. Um I saw a rat a few months ago. I was doing a promotional thing for work at one of the local colleges. We
I'm
were
sorry.
doing it.
I'm laughing at something. Alyssa gave Ninja this big, obnoxious fucking rawhide bone, and he brought it on the couch with her. And she kept telling him no. So she took it and she threw it across the room. So he grabbed it, brought it back, and took it back on the couch. So it's just been this
Yeah.
ongoing thing. But this last time, though, he walks over real slow to the couch with it in his mouth, and she's going no. And he put one paw on the couch, and she goes no, and then the second paw, and then slowly climbed on the couch with her. That was
I
fucking hilarious.
like how the dog's way of thinking is maybe it's like, oh, are we playing fetch? No, all right, well, maybe she's one of those beings whose vision is
Based on movement.
based on movement. Yeah, and if I go really slow, she won't see me doing that thing she doesn't want me to do.
We're all, to dogs, we're all T-Rexes. But you're saying about a rat. I'm sorry. I was laughing at my dog being a complete buffoon. Sorry.
No, but I was doing a promotional thing at one of the colleges here in Portland, and it being a college campus, of course, it's got enormous fucking rats because it's right in downtown Portland. Excuse me.
Excuse time.
Sorry. And I'm in the middle of like a trivia contest, and at first it gets interrupted by this older like boomer lady who just kind of like we're actively filming a trivia contest, and she just kind of like walks up and interrupts and is like talking to our contestant. She's like, oh my god, I love your jacket, it's so nice, and just completely interrupt, like does not give a fuck that we are filming or that I am literally holding a microphone.
Yeah.
And at first I'm like really annoyed because we have to like cut the cameras and all of that and be like, hey, I'm sorry, please don't do that. But then out of nowhere, this huge fucking rat holding a gigantic pizza crust just it comes to like just like pouncing, and she does like the full on like, oh my god, and she like gets behind me and is like cowering. Meanwhile, I'm like, look at the size of this fucking rat. Like, I am completely oblivious and do not give a shit that she is losing her mind. And I'm like, she's like, because we're like basically saying the same thing, but with different context. She's like, oh, look at the size of that thing. I'm like, oh, look at the size of that thing. I thought it was the coolest shit. She didn't.
Yeah. No, not at all.
However, after that, she made like a tree and fucked off so we could finish our filming. It's like I'm trying to give out controllers here. God damn.
Yeah, Jesus.
That was
Christ.
also one of our instances that reminded me that I was getting old, because I was pitching all of these trivia questions about music, and my boss had to be like, "Okay, just a reminder, your target audience that you are talking to was born in the early 2000s." Like, and like they're not going to get music trivia about the 80s and 90s.
No, that's upsetting.
Because one of the trivia questions I pitched was a lowball question, because they're all lowball questions, because we're just trying to give shit out and get some fun content for social media. But the question was, before forming Foo Fighters, what band was Dave Grohl the drummer of?
Oh, dear God.
And my boss was trying to say that was too difficult of a question. I'm like, no.
It's not.
So
I
it had so we had to go with like extremely lowball questions, like, before being a solo artist, what band was Beyonce in?
Like, Jesus Christ. Goddamn bastards.
Shit like that. And then again, I was actually back at that same college on Friday, which is why we didn't have the show on Friday, because I was working a fucking 12-hour day.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. And what's funny is during this 12-hour day, I feel like I actually did less work than I do on any given day. Because we basically just we were just sponsoring an event. So we just had to set up our projectors, provide some webcams for the event, but we needed them back at the end of the night, so we had to stay for the whole event. It went from, I got there at 9:45 a.m. and I got home at about 10 o'clock at night. However, one of the parts of my day, which proves that I have a very weird job sometimes, is the fact that the city fair is going on here in Portland. And I had to get some social media footage of that. So I was instructed to go to the city fair, which was about a mile away from this campus. I just walked, and I went to the fair by myself and got footage of it by myself, like a fucking weirdo. But it was funny though, because I did get footage on the tilt-a-whirl, like the little spaceship thing that speeds around really fast, and you just stick to it, and then you eventually
the Gravitron.
Yes, I got to go on that, Gravitron. And it was funny. I was like getting footage of that, in like with the work phone, just like, and then I flipped the camera around to see my face, like,
huh.
So I'll see about getting that footage off of the work phone next week, and then the next show I'll stitch together a little video of me experiencing G-forces, because like I felt it so much. Like I felt my back crack when it started going around really fast. I was like, wow, this is... And then I remember getting footage of me walking out like face cam style. I'm just like, that was the weirdest MRI I've ever had.
So being that this show is aptly named as Nick suggested the other day when I we couldn't do a show Friday or Saturday, the Sacreligious Sunday sermon.
Yeah.
I feel that it was appropriate to include a story of that kind of thing. So, and
Yay.
big shocker, this happened in Florida. Uh, I have two Florida stories actually, and for the first time, these stories don't begin with Florida man; it's Florida woman, his sidekick.
Wow.
Uh, yeah.
Equality. Equity.
I need to like create find someone to create like a Florida man superhero song. So anytime a new story breaks, we just play a song, just like Florida man.
Well,
Um,
if it's a woman, we can just say Florida ma'am.
that's yes. Also
There you
yes.
go. Florida
Um,
ma'am.
a communion at a Florida church took an unexpected turn when police say an argument ended with a priest biting a woman.
Well, they
The
can't do much
incident
else with a woman.
happened at St. Thomas Aquinas Catholic Church in St. Cloud, Florida. Police have recommended that the priest involved, identified on body cam video as Father Fidel, be charged with battery. The unidentified woman involved in the incident told police the scuffle started when she tried to receive communion but was denied. Here's her quote: "He wouldn't give me the cookie. I don't know if it was the way I was dressed or what it is that or what it is that I like."
You wouldn't
The woman
give
can be
me the
heard saying,
cookie. The
"Put that
cookie of
cookie
Christ.
down." um, a witness told police the woman was singled out because of her sexuality and attire. He, God damn it, he tried to forcibly shove it in her mouth. She backed up and said, "No, don't do that." She tried to get it, and that's when he went crazy. However, police told the police. I'll try that again. The priest told the police a different story. He said the woman first came to the 10 o'clock mass, but didn't seem to know the process of receiving communion, so it denied her the wafer. He then says she came back for another service and tried again. The priest said the confrontation happened when the woman tried to grab the wafer out of his hand, telling police he was protecting the wafer because it is considered the body of Christ. He also appears to admit to biting her on body cam footage. I am not judging you. I'm asking you, did you confess after Mass? If we did not confess, I cannot give you communion. I bit her. I'm not denying that. I was defending myself
Why?
and the sacrament. This story is too fucking good. Like, this is a story that seems like AI wrote it, but I know they didn't because it's in Florida. He bit her to protect the body of Christ.
I've heard of stories of man bites dog, and I've heard stories of dog bites man, but this is the first time I have heard a story of God bites man.
Yeah.
God man bites woman.
Florida man.
Or no, god damn it, I fucked up the joke. Dog bites man, man bites dog. God man bites.
You tried.
I tried. You stay too.
Yeah, God creates dinosaurs. God creates man. God destroys dinosaurs. Man creates dinosaurs. Dinosaurs eat man. Woman inherits the earth. So yeah, Florida woman. So we have a Florida woman being bitten by a priest, and then we have another Florida man story.
I don't go to church.
I thought I was going to say Florida.
Yes.
Anne Marie Luna, according to the Smoking Gun, Luna checked. Let's see, there's no motive behind. Let's see if I can. This story is all kinds of fucked up. Like it's weird how it's written out. Okay. Woman arrested for hitting a man with a cinnamon roll. So we go from priest biting woman to protect the body of Christ to a woman desecrating a cinnamon roll by hitting somebody with it. Anne Marie Luna chucked the cinnamon roll at the back of a 49-year-old victim's head, hitting him at the base of the neck. The incident happened at a transitional housing facility in St. Petersburg, Florida. There's no word on the motive behind the crime, but it was caught by security cameras. Despite not being injured by the cinnamon roll, the victim does want to see her prosecuted. She has since been charged with misdemeanor battery and booked in the county jail.
That's really like like a next level of petty. It's like, oh, you want to hit me in the head with a cinnamon roll? You want to be petty? I'll be petty. I'll press fucking charges.
Yeah.
I'll get paperwork involved. You want to get petty?
There's no need to bring ink and paper into this.
Money.
That's all I can think of is fucking Mitch Hedberg. There's no need to bring ink and paper into this.
Yeah.
You hand me the money, I'll give you the donut. End of transaction. But yeah. So Florida woman chucked a fucking donut or a cinnamon roll at somebody, and she's been arrested for it, and is now booked in the county jail. Oh, Jesus Christ! That is just that's a beautiful story. That's so beautiful. I'm very happy Florida exists, because if it didn't, where would we get all of our entertainment from?
Yeah.
But because I'm an equal opportunity person, we have to bring up this story. But before I bring it up, I'm going to share my screen so you can see the handsome gentleman that this story is about, because he is he's definitely a person. So let's bring up the screen here, and this is the gentleman that we are talking about. That's an ad. Why did an ad come up? I'm so mad right now. I don't want an ad. Let the ad play. Fuck it. So sports.
Don't get mad.
Sports
Watch
betting.
ad. Sports. They have goats in sports now.
Come on. Come on. Finish. It's gonna play the whole fucking story, isn't it? Yeah, it is. I know it is. God damn it. I just want to see the picture of the fucking guy. Now at 11. See if I can pull the picture. There he is. Look at that handsome young man. Look at him.
He looks like he's
like that's a look.
Good day.
That's a face only.
That's a face only a mother could put up for
adoption. Based off the picture, I know it says there that he was charged with murder, but what do you think he did? Like what? Like
Meth.
What was the plot of the murder? Like what do you think it was? Like there was zero hesitation behind just meth. It was just.
It's like what do you think he did? I think he did meth.
So I'm trying to. So going through the story, there's nothing in here about anybody being on any kind of illicit substances. But based off of his look, I'm going to assume they might have had a key role in it. But he is a homeless man. I know you're probably shocked. But he's a homeless man, and he is accused of fatally beating another homeless man.
Well then.
Deputies called to a fight happening at the Marathon Community Park around 4 p.m. When they arrived, multiple witnesses said Quinn allegedly attacked somebody during an argument. After he fell to the ground, Quinn continued attacking him. According to the MCSO, one witness tried to intervene, was also struck by Quinn, but was not seriously injured. The victim was taken to a hospital where he died, and then they found, detained, and charged meth head Jesus, um, and booked him in the county jail. So yeah, homeless man beats homeless man. It
Well then,
reminds me of
let's
the old
see.
reminds me of the old bum fight days.
Oh God. So there's this Instagram account that I see floating around every now and then called Toxic Reddit, where it is just like the most off the wall, like "Am I the asshole?" section.
Okay.
So let's see.
Which ones? We have not done an Am I the Asshole segment in a while.
Oh yeah.
So while you're pulling that up, I'm going to pull up a Am I the Asshole? Let's try a funny one though. Some of the ones you see, it's not going to be funny. Like we can make anything funny, but like headlines like "Am I the asshole for not letting my sister-in-law's family stay with us and stay with me after she gives birth?" No, it's not. We can't make that funny. I need a funny one.
I mean, here's kind of a
Um,
lowball one. So where the guy is like clearly like the douche. So it's saying, "Am I wrong for canceling my order at this coffee shop? I was at this coffee shop and the cashier was really pretty. She had a cool anime tattoo.
I saw that. I saw that
Yeah,
one the other day.
yeah. I was
Oh
gonna
my
get some coffee
god.
and a donut, and I said, 'Hey, I like your tattoo. What's your favorite character from that anime?' She kept a straight face and she just said, 'How can I help you?' I then said, 'I really like anime too, and I just wanted to see what shows and characters you liked.' She still showed no emotion and was like, 'Sir, do you want anything?' I just said, 'Actually, I did, but you made me change my mind. Bye,' and I walked away. I didn't want coffee anymore after that. I was trying to be nice and get to know her, and she was acting like that." And people were like, "She was acting like what? A barista?"
Yeah. She's
You're
doing
like,
her
"Dude, she's
job.
working and not trying to get to know anybody." You know how often this happens during the day. She doesn't owe you any personal conversation. Yes, you are wrong,
Yeah.
you
Absolute
dumb
douche.
turd.
It's fucking douchebaggery to the greatest extent. Sorry, I wandered
Yeah.
away. I'll be right back. I had to.
Now that it's just me on the show, just want to say hey out there to everybody. And and
Hi, I'm
anyway,
back.
uh, uh,
um, let's see. Trying to find like one that like. There's so many, and I hate how there's so many of them. Because it's hard to sift through the ones that could be hilarious. Um, yeah, here now I'll do this one instead. There's another subreddit I found. No, I didn't want that. I wanted
yeah,
this.
because I'm trying to find like a funny one, and they're all like, "I deeply broke my wife, and I don't think I can fix her. Am I
Yeah,
wrong?"
yeah, I
And
know.
I'm like,
Yeah, which
"No,
is
I don't want to look at that." I watched a movie last night that pissed me off. Um, it's called "The Killing of a Sacred Deer,"
okay.
and it's kind of one of the it's sort of one of those like, you know, weird creepy movies where it's like, oh, this family's dealing with, you know, a weird curse that their children are paying the price for, and I don't know, so many things in the movie angered me.
Yeah, I can
um
see that.
and just like it was one of those movies where like nobody's happy and everybody sucks.
Yeah,
And I hate those movies, just because they frequently have a plot structure that I find very boring and
there's there's
just
there's
just
there's a
mid,
there's a
because
there's a
it's
there's a very strange comment thing happening right now on the page. I'm not sure if you can see it, but I can. Uh, I'm not sure if you can see the comments or
oh
not, but I definitely can. I'm not sure what's happening right now.
hello fellow virgin celibate for life, it says United, but no.
Uh, 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 Yeah, I'm not sure what's happening here, but thanks for tuning in.
Yeah.
Um,
Thanks for tuning
right.
in an easily findable way. Looks like you're on YouTube.
Yeah, yeah. We all have tech right now. We're gonna find you real fucking quick and make this all kinds of fun for us. Anyway,
Yeah. Anyway.
by the way, see, these are my kids' names, just in case you were wondering.
Mhm.
And over there is my fiance,
He's made it.
and yeah, yeah. I have seen a vagina. I've touched one many times.
Okay.
Um, I have to tell you something fucking hilarious from last night, and you will find it so, and you will find it hilarious, and Alyssa will find it hilarious. But I must ask permission first before I tell the story. Babe,
Yeah.
can I tell Nick the story about last night when you told me the reason why I wasn't allowed to die? Do you remember your reason why? Huh? Well, then I'll remind you right now. Anyway, so last night, uh, we had plans. We had a bonfire to go to, but we had plans afterwards. Uh,
Hmm.
to have some adult fun time together. Uh, my fellow virgin in the comments. I'm not sure you know what that is,
Yeah.
but we'll explain. So we're driving to a friend of ours' house for this bonfire, and I just start fucking coughing up a friggin' lung. And Alyssa whispering, she goes, "Could you not die?" And I go, "But why?" And she's laughing now. She remembers, and and she goes, and she's like, "Can you not die?" I go, "Why?" And without missing a beat, with the straightest face possible, she goes, "Because you promised me sex." And there was like
Yeah.
there was no inclination at all that there was a joke there or that she was being funny. It was, I can't die
Found,
because sex
found,
is supposed
found
to
us
happen.
on found us on LinkedIn.
I don't think that's
Wow.
possible. I mean, I have a LinkedIn, but my
I
name on
haven't
LinkedIn is
I can't
not
remember the
would.
last time I even used that website. Excuse me. Sorry.
I, I mean, my name on LinkedIn is
Put that on
not
my
Woodrow,
resume.
but not have a paddle.
Hmm.
Um, that is not my name.
You're right.
This is gonna
And,
be a
and
great
my name
comment
isn't
thread.
actually Wasabi Shrimp. It's Wasabi Shrimp Esquire. I'm a
Yeah,
lawyer.
exactly. My name is actually Christoph Montague Zanzibar III, but my friends call me Blue, but the Q is silent. So
What the
that's,
fuck?
that's that's I wish I wish I could take credit for that. But that's my buddy Bobbert. We played D&D together. He had these random characters that we would run into, like NPC characters, but they would interact with us. He had
Yeah.
he had Lub Grub, which was a main character, and then he had Christoph Montague Zanzibar the Third, and then he had another character called Blue, but the Q is silent.
I love
And
it.
and now from this point forward, like if people asking for a name, I'm like, it's called Blue, but the Q is silent. And they'll start to talk to me again, and they'll stop talking because their brain will register what I just said.
Hmm.
So it's like, yeah, we should wait. What?
All right. I mean, so I'm saying it right?
um. So, but speaking of movies, you were talking about a movie that you watched the other day that you fucking hated. Um,
Yeah.
did you come across? Did you get a chance to see yet the second trailer for Beetlejuice dropped yesterday or Thursday?
I
No, Friday. I think it
Yes, I
dropped.
did
I think it
actually.
dropped Thursday.
I
Uh,
did.
excuse me.
Excuse Tom.
Um, I am looking much more forward to this now because this story it's very obviously from just the trailer, this story is not going to be just a rehash of the first movie. Like, it's not going to be Beetlejuice coming back and haunting a new family and trying to marry Lydia's daughter. It's not going to be a whole like rehash of the first movie.
Mm.
At least based on the trailer, you have Willem Dafoe
Yeah.
and Danny DeVito's in it. I saw that in the trailer.
Willem Dafoe. He needs no makeup at all.
He's in it for a split second. He's the janitor that gets electrocuted using the flame floor buffer. That's Danny DeVito. So I have a feeling he's in it for like a nanosecond in the whole movie just so he could be in Beetlejuice.
All right.
But it looks like, at least from the trailer wise, it looks like Beetlejuice is going to be working with Lydia and like teaming up with her in this movie. I honestly can't wait for it. I'm obviously a very big Beetlejuice fan.
Yeah. Isn't it like, I thought I saw a picture of one of the pictures showed like the lady, the new leading lady that's like out to get him.
I think Monica Bellusci's in it.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, there's a character like a bridal kind of character.
Yeah,
and isn't that like Beetlejuice's first wife?
I think it's going to be. Yeah, I think it's going to be his wife. Yeah,
because if you look at the pictures of her, she's missing her ring finger.
Her ring finger. Yeah,
and then there's the part in the movie where he's like, "She meant nothing to me." I'm telling
you. Yeah, nothing at all.
But he's got the finger with the ring on it.
Yeah,
and she's missing that.
That didn't even fucking dawn on me. That didn't register me at all.
She's like got a where she's like it's like a thing like this, or she's like got her hand on a wall, but she's missing.
Oh, I'm sad. Our incel friend left.
Oh well,
that's a shame. I was having fun with him. Anyway, but yeah, I'm looking very much.
He got done dunking on us, and he had to go get a celebratory clean diaper.
I saw a meme the other day that it made me chuckle, and it'll make you laugh, I think, just because of the context of the meme, because it's a Simpsons thing. But WWE just announced SummerSlam is going to be over 2 nights in 2026 in Minnesota, and someone took the picture of the announcement. SummerSlam 2-night event, blah blah, Minnesota, and they put Millhouse's dad, and it was like, I don't like the idea of Millhouse having 2 nights at SummerSlam.
I don't like the idea of Millhouse having 2 SummerSlams in one weekend.
What was the original context of that joke or that line? I can't remember what it is anymore.
It was from one of the Halloween episodes, the one where Willie was gonna attack the kids because
it's Freddy Krueger.
He interrupts the meeting. He's like, help me, and he's like, Willie, please, Mr. Van Houten has the floor. And he's like, I think I speak for the parents when I say I'd like to see the lunch menus in advance so the parents can plan their dinners accordingly. I don't like the idea of Millhouse having 2 spaghetti meals in one day.
Yeah, that's what it was. Again, one of my favorite Tales of Horrors is that one, as we discussed a few episodes ago. Because that was also
good advice.
Yes, that was the beginning of the lousy smart weather.
Yeah, I'm beginning Gwen into some Simpsons episodes, and naturally she loves the Halloween episodes.
Yeah,
but I did recently show her a Millhouse Divided, and she got a kick out of the joke at the end where like Kirk is like singing at Homer and Marge's like renewed vows ceremony to try and win back Luann. He's like, what do you say? Will you marry me again? And she's like, God, no. Yeah, she got a kick out of that because she's like, yeah, you haven't fucking learned anything, buddy.
All I can think of is the
That's special just because you're sad.
The episode of Family Guy when Carter has the affair, and they have that weird flashback of like the Reginald, whatever the hell his name was, that was trying to court Babs because she thought that Carter was dead. And in the episode, he's back in the house again. It's like, and if you marry me, I will buy you chewing gum.
Was it Reginald Barrington?
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, and then there was
I just did a quick Google search. Family Guy Reginald.
yeah, it got the fucking big
Reginald
old fucking
Barrington is
chin.
the owner of Barrington Country Club, whose wealth and power impresses even Carter Pewterschmidt.
No, it wasn't Reginald Barrington. It was hold on a second. Uh,
Reginald P. Tinklebottoms.
it was oh god damn it. Oh, son of a bitch. It's gonna bother me now. It wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't Reginald. It was I think it was yeah, it was Welcome Back Carter was the episode. And it was maybe they'll fucking so shit about this. I'm trying to yeah, son of a bitch. Oh god damn it. I hate this computer now. Welcome back, Carter.
So
Family Guy.
I was looking for other like Google AI things, and it's like, how would you like to speak with Gemini, our Google AI? I'm like, fine. Like, tell me a joke. And the joke it suggested was a man walks into a library and asks the librarian for books about paranoia. The librarian whispers, "They're right behind you."
Jesus Christ! God damn it! I hate that I almost found that funny. Like one of those things. Like, let's see if I can. Will this tell me the guy's fucking name?
I just typed in, "Tell me a stupider joke," and it just came back with, "Why did the Scarecrow win an award? Because he was outstanding in his field."
uh, bu- 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 bum. Maybe maybe I can go to the IMDb, and they'll give me like the character names that were in the episode because it's gonna bother me now. It was some stupid fucking name too. Barbara.
I typed in how many rocks should I eat in a day, and it's like, you should definitely not eat rocks.
Peter Bryan, Paul. Like it doesn't even have the guy's name in the fucking credits on IMDb. That bothers me. It doesn't even have like the person who voiced him. I like how IMDb has Mike Henry and it just says man. Like he voices man. God damn it! It's yeah. You know what? I'm gonna remember at some point when the show's over, and it's gonna be just a thing. But here, I'm gonna show you something I saw the other day on TikTok that I don't know what would I do, or what would I do? What I would do. There we go. You know, use the words right, Lynn. What I would do if this happened to me. But then again, I also don't see myself putting myself in this situation. But if I were, I would probably multiple bricks would be shat.
Yeah.
So let me pull
Bricks
this thing up,
when you're pooping.
and then you can tell me what your reaction would be to this. Just imagine. It's, I mean,
He's like, get out of my way.
Yeah, just the mouth was open too. That's the worst part. The mouth like slightly opened up as she
I
bumped
can
into
imagine
him.
that guy being like, "What the fuck?"
My bad,
As you
dude.
were.
My bad. I forgot. I'm in your house. My mistake.
Yeah.
It's like
I'm in your
everybody's like,
house. It's like, I'm in your house and I'm leaving. Goodbye.
it's like that old Bill Burr bit where he's like, it's like 70% of shark attacks happen in shallow water. It's like no shit. That's where the sharks are.
The water.
it's
That's where they go. It's where they're at
it's where they live
all the time.
It's like if I was in the woods and a tree fell on me and it crushed my leg, I wouldn't blame the tree.
Wouldn't be breaking news.
Yeah,
it'd be breaking you.
Man
But
crushed by tree in woods. Well, don't be in the woods.
yeah, that's where
it's pretty-
trees are most aggressive.
It's pretty fucking simple. When there's a breeze outside, don't be near trees. I rhymed right there. I was gonna try. This is. Oh, that was an almost burp. I hate those. But yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I want to bring up real quick as I've been doing, as we're getting so much closer to the event. I got to bring up my buddies at Monster Mania real quick and bring up all the fun things happening there. And I
Hell
think
yeah.
I might even bring up. I don't think it's happening yet, but I'll have to double check. I think this one also happens around the same time. No, not till August or October. And I don't think there's any guests announced for it just yet. Yeah, no, not yet. Okay, then I will do the Monster Mania thing. I'll kind of go backwards here. I'll start at the one in November because that's the one that's going to sell out as soon as the fucking tickets go on sale. I think they are. I think they are. Pretty sure they already are on sale. But there's a very random, but super awesome Alien reunion happening at the one in Oaks, PA.
Nice.
So they're going to have Carrie Henn, Veronica Cartwright, Tom Skerritt, Michael
Tom Skerritt.
and Paul Reiser is going to be there also, which is super awesome. But yeah, every time I think of Tom Skerritt now, all I can think is fucking Ted. When his boss is like, trying to give him his job, he's like trying to give Mark Wahlberg his job. He's like, look, you can have my job. Look, I don't show us very often. Post a picture of him and Tom Skerritt. This is me and Tom Skerritt. He's like, you could know Tom Skerritt. And then going to the one in October in Baltimore. This is the very first one happening in Baltimore.
Nice.
Kind of going from top to bottom here. Matthew Lillard. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
Scream,
The living legend.
Five Nights at Freddy's, 13 Ghosts, Scooby Doo, SLC Punk.
SLC Punk, yeah.
I think he was in Hackers too. Wasn't he in Hackers?
I think.
He was in. I'm pretty sure that he has like stayed the voice of Shaggy ever since Scooby Doo. I think he's the animated voice of Shaggy now.
I think he basically is the real world equivalent of Shaggy.
Yeah.
The same way he is the human embodiment of Shaggy, the same way Robert Downey Jr. is the human embodiment of Iron Man.
But before you even spoke the rest of that sentence, I knew what you were going to say, and I agreed. Before you even said who it was.
Yeah.
The moment you said RDJ, I'm like, yep, I agree. Marvel did perfect casting for all those movies. Rose McGowan, from Charmed, obviously also from Scream, Planet Terror, Death Proof, Biodome, Jawbreaker, Juliette Lewis, Natural Born Killers, Cape Fear from Dusk Till Dawn, She's also in National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. She played Audrey Griswold in the Christmas Vacation movie. Skeet Ulrich, Billy Loomis from Scream 1 and then 5 and 6. He was in The Craft. He was in Riverdale. He was Jughead's dad in Riverdale.
Nice.
Jamie Kennedy, Scream 1 through 3. He was in the Oscar-worthy movie that was shunned by the Academy, Son of the Mask. Another Oscar-nominated movie that should have been nominated, Malibu's Most Wanted. And he was also in
I actually liked that movie.
I know. It's one of those things. Like, it's one of those movies where I was like
this movie's so dumb, but it works.
Like, I don't like that I like it.
Yeah, it's one of those, like, it's a Thursday afternoon on Comedy Central.
Yeah.
What the fuck else are you gonna watch when you're stoned and unemployed?
And then he was also in Tremors Bloodline and Tremors Cold Day in Hell, which were not the last two, but the three most recent Tremors movies. Dermot Mulroney, he was in Young Guns, Zodiac, My Best Friend's Wedding. He was also in Scream 6. I met him at Cherry Hill March of last year. Super fucking nice dude. Laurie Metcalf from Scream 2. She was the voice of Andy's mom in all four Toy Story movies.
Oh, geez.
She's in Roseanne and she's in Roseanne and the Connors, which I didn't know about until just now.
Yeah, Roseanne and the Connors.
And she was in the Big Bang Theory, Uncle Buck. And then one of the coolest ones for me, and I won't be there for this one because it's in Baltimore, and I don't like Baltimore. Spencer Charnas from Ice Nine Kills.
I will give you credit, though, and I appreciate this, because it's funny that you said I don't like Baltimore. I will give credit that you were a good friend, and when I was in Baltimore, you drove all the way from Jersey to Baltimore to see me.
I did.
And it was a surprise, too, and I appreciated that.
You're very welcome.
But yeah, that's the sign of a true friend. Somebody who drives 3 hours to hang out for 3 hours and then drive 3 hours home.
Yeah, exactly. To a place that I despise.
You don't like, yeah, exactly. And after having driven there more than once now in a fucking cargo van, I get it. Baltimore's a lovely city. Great food, great people. The cosplay scene's amazing. And again, great food. Cannot stress that enough. But holy shit, all the one-way streets drive me fucking bananas.
Well, you just seen when we were driving to Florida back in October, I had my car's GPS on, not my phone GPS, because I thought my car's GPS would be better, and it wasn't. Rather than take us down like 95 across the Harbor Bridge and through the Harbor Tunnel, it brought us like through it brought us through Baltimore, like through the city, and it was just bumper to fucking bumper traffic all the way through. And naturally, the moment we hit that traffic, and I'm sure that you will understand this and you will feel the pain. The moment we hit we hit the traffic, both Alyssa and myself had to fucking piss.
Yeah,
and it was find the nearest gas station, McDonald's, porta potty, side of the road. I don't fucking care. I have to go.
Yeah,
and thankfully, we weren't on the road too long before we found somewhere to relieve ourselves. And then back on the road we were. But coming back home again, I made sure to use my phone GPS, which somehow, some way, I had both GPSs on, and my phone got us home 40 minutes earlier than my car was going to. I'm not sure how that's possible. Yes, Alyssa is convinced. Alyssa is convinced that the car GPS is teamed up with the gas stations.
I mean,
okay.
I mean, considering you can plan routes that go by specific locations, you can do that. So it's
Yeah,
not outside the scope of possibility. Because I know that when I was doing the convention work, um, in addition to Google Maps, it was really imperative to have like the Flying J and Pilot app for the truck stops, Pilot and Flying J. And you could plan a route based on Pilot and Flying J locations. So you were like on your route getting to where you go, but the route it says where these specific locations are, which that really came in handy when I was moving
yeah,
because truck stops are well lit, and all despite all the shit they get stereotypically, pilots and flying J's not terrible because they want to keep the business of truckers, which there
yeah,
are a lot of. So you can go there. I didn't use their showers, but like when I was driving out here, I didn't stay in hotels. I slept in my car because
yeah,
I had literally everything I owned at the time was packed into my car. Anything I couldn't fit into my car didn't come with me. Um, so when I first moved out here, I didn't have a bed, I didn't have a desk. Um, so it was important to sleep in my car in safer spots. Case in point, a truck stop where there's always witnesses around.
yeah,
And then when I would wake up in the morning, um, you go in, go to the bathroom, get a trucker sized and strength coffee, and get back on the road.
yeah. On the road again. Um, so, and then for the one that's happening quite literally less than 2 months from now, the Monster Mania in Cherry Hill. Not many new guests have been announced, but I'm going to go through all the ones that were announced previously. Sosie Bacon's going to be there. Melissa Barrera is going to be there. Ronnie Blakely, who was in the mother from the first Nightmare on Elm Street. Amanda Weiss, who was in the OG Nightmare on Elm Street. Helena Camp, also in the OG Nightmare on Elm Street. They're having a little mini reunion of the first movie because it's the 40th anniversary. I'm fucking old. Um, uh,
We are old. If
yes,
that makes you
wait.
feel better.
Doug Bradley, Simon Bamford, Barbara Wilde, and Nicholas Vince from the Hellraiser. They're the all the Cenobites. Doug Bradley, of course, was Pinhead in Hellraiser. Andrew Robinson, also from Hellraiser. Claire Higgins from Hellraiser. Ashley Lawrence from Hellraiser, who I met a couple years last year at Oaks, and she was super sweet. Juliette Lewis, also in Cherry Hill, which I'm looking forward to because I'm a huge fan of Christmas Vacation. Clive Barker, Robert Englund, William Shatner is there Friday and Saturday. And then a guest that was just announced last week, and I'm super fucking stoked for this. I'm as stoked as I am for this one as I was for John Cleese in March. He was in Arrested Development. He was in National Lampoon's Dad's Week Off. He was in Black Adam. He was in Click. He was in The Waterboy. He was in Little Nicky. He was in Scream and Scream 5. But most people know him the best as Arthur Fonzarelli from Happy Days. Henry
Oh.
fucking Winkler's going to be
Oh
there.
wow! I was trying to think. I'm like, who was in that movie? And I'm like,
I'm trying
David
to. I'm trying to.
Cross?
I was trying to. I was trying to name all the ones that weren't the Fonz at first, knowing that you wouldn't be able to figure out who it was.
Well, because at first I thought you were going to say David Cross.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot because he was the fun
'Cause
guy
he was- 'cause-
rubbing his nipples in Little Nicky.
Well, no, wasn't he the one who was like, I've never killed someone. Can I kill someone?
Oh right, yes, yes. I'm sorry. Yes, yes, yes.
It's like, damn you, Kevin Spacey, which is a line that aged like milk.
Yeah, yes, it is. But yeah, yeah. He was in Little Nicky. He was only in Little Nicky for like a split second because it was
oh yeah,
the final battle. And it was
yeah.
like, ladies and gentlemen, Henry Winkler,
Henry Winkler
covered in
It's like,
bees.
sorry, Fans.
And then he was in The Water Boy. He was Coach Klein in The Water Boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, when he was announced, I was like, that's fucking awesome. yeah, I'm like, I can't wait for this. And then, I got, that.
I feel like if they ever did like an old version of Saul from Breaking Bad, they would use Henry
Henry Winkler,
Winkler.
yeah.
Just like speaking of Breaking Bad, who is it? The guy who played Mike Ehrmantraut. I want him to play George Carlin in a biopic.
I have to look him up now and see what he looks like. What's his Mike? Who? Mike? What?
Mike Ehrmantraut. Let me find the actor's name. He is played by Jonathan Banks. So if you look up a picture of Jonathan Banks, you'll be like, yeah, this guy needs to play Carlin. Same mannerisms, very similar style head.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah, yeah,
I think
yeah.
he could do Carlin justice.
I think so as well. We have some, but yeah, 1,000%. He could pull off Carlin. Um, but yeah, and so we had. So I don't think I sent you the picture on Messenger, but I'll tell you now, live here, so I can see the look on your face when I tell you that on June 30th of this year, a month from now, I will be packing my car up and driving my daughter to college because Anna starts her college education. Uh, she was accepted at Kane University up in
Hey,
North
all right.
Jersey.
Oh, nice.
So yes, both of my children, both of your nieces, are now college students.
All right. No, you're old. You're old. We're old.
We're all old.
Mhm.
So yeah, in the time leading up to her starting her schooling full time, there's a couple of a lot of shit we got planned. We had her concert the other day. She is partaking in August in her very first Slipknot concert.
Hell yeah.
So she'll be going to Slipknot on the 25th anniversary tour of their first album. I can't think of a better time to go see them
That's
than
like the metalhead equivalent of like, I went to see this band when I was a kid, and now I'm here with my kids.
yes. And then not with her, but I'm going. I sent you the poster thing for it. I'm seeing Coal Chamber in September.
Yeah.
That's
Nice.
I'm
What
first
year
of all,
is it?
First of all, I'm very happy that they've stayed together because I know they've gotten back together and broken up again, and they got back together and broken up again. So I'm happy.
Yeah,
It's been like
because
5.
they've had some lineup changes because didn't their bass
I
player
don't. The one bass
unfortunately
player,
go
yeah,
crazy?
yes,
Like not to gloss over it, but yeah, she basically became she had paranoid schizophrenia, I believe.
yes, yes. But I think they've been back together for like 5 years now,
Nice.
which is like super cool. But yeah, it's Cold Chamber, Fear Factory, Twisted, which is super awesome for me for obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And like 1 or 2 other bands that are on there. But it's like, again, like you said, what fucking year? What year is it that I'm seeing Cold Chamber? And the best place to see them at is the best place that you and I went to once, many moons ago, up in Sayreville, New Jersey, at the Starland Ballroom.
Charlotte Ball. Yeah.
This is where I'm seeing Cold Chamber. And I told Annis I'm getting there early because I know where the stage door is there. I'm meeting some fucking band members.
Right.
That's where I met Corey for the first time.
Yeah, and I remember like I had found a porta potty, and you were like, "You better finish what you're doing now." Like I got a text from you while I was in there, be like, "I'm talking to Corey Taylor right now. You better pinch it quick." Like, I gotta finish doing what I'm doing.
Hey, what you doing, pooping? And
Yeah.
but I was watching some videos of the first couple festival stops for Slipknot on this tour. They sound so fucking good.
Nice.
Like something about them is different. They do seem to be playing the songs in the original tempo again.
Yeah.
Like not sped up like they have been the last couple tours. They're playing the original tempo, maybe a key or two lower than they used to be. But I think making them a key or two lower really helps Corey really be Corey.
It's okay to change the key if it makes it so you're able to put on the best show possible.
Yes,
Like,
and
no one's gonna be heartbroken about that.
yeah, no one's gonna notice it. Like it's not gonna be a noticeable thing unless you're a musician and you're like, oh, this is a different
Yeah,
key
and
than
if you are a
the,
musician,
the album.
yeah, and if you're a musician that notices it that much, then you'll understand why they changed the key in the first place. So it's
Exactly. And I know I posted on Facebook the other day, and I texted some people this as well. With the revelation of Eloy Casagrande being the drummer for Slipknot now, it can kind of it kind of can let me say out loud now that Jay Weinberg was fucking mid as fuck on the drums. He was good, but
I just admittedly
he
like on the stuff that they put out with him in the band, like just wasn't their best stuff overall. So I feel like I never even got a good chance to really enjoy his stuff.
he
Um,
lacked, like Joey and Eloy both do drum fills. They fill that space even with little itty bitty things. They fill the space with something. And Jay was very much like a very, and I think honestly, I think it's because his dad is Max Weinberg. I think he was taught by like a classical
yeah,
drummer on how to play drums, and I think that he kind of brought, I don't want to say a classical feel to Slipknot, but he kind of brought that style of not overshowing it, not overdoing it, just playing the songs, but not like making them your own because that's not your job. Your job is the drummer. And then
yeah,
meanwhile, Eloy comes in and beats the drums like they fucking owe him money, and fucking like he smacks the shit out of the fucking drum. I texted a friend of mine who's a big fan of Sepultura because she didn't see that he was the drummer yet. And I texted her, I was like, "Hey, did you see who Slipknot's new drummer is?" And she goes, "No, I didn't." And I'm in the middle of texting her saying it's Eloy Casagrande. I get text back in all capital letters and all one word. Oh my God, it's Eloy from Sepultura! I was like, "Yeah."
it's like the same reaction as when I told Chad about how Poppy did a cover of a Kitty song. She covered Spit, and I send Chad the link, and he just like responded back like in all caps, like, "Dude, fucking dude, this shit's hard." I'm like, hell yeah, it is. She managed to take a hard song and make it even harder, and it was awesome.
Yeah. Let me see if I can before we hop off here, so I can go to bed. I'm off tomorrow. I'm so fucking happy to say I'm off tomorrow on a Monday.
Oh, same.
Never, never happens.
Yeah, and it's like I don't take sick days. I think the last time I used any PTO, any paid time off, was Christmas when I went to see my mom in California. And the last time I took a sick day was September when I got COVID.
Oh,
So
I forgot you had the vid.
yeah, I mean, thankfully, it wasn't that big of a deal because I've been like I've lost track. I've either been triple or quadruple vaccinated at this point. So for me, like it sucked, and it was more of a low energy thing more than anything else. But I tell you, the first time after that where I was able to fully taste like a fresh cup of coffee,
oh yeah,
I almost cried, like, because that's how I start my day, and it just tasted like hot, like steamed milk when I had the Rona. Like it had like no like flavor to it at all. Like it just tasted like overly strong, like creamer, and that's it. So
yeah.
that first day, I had it back, and I just did like a little bit. I was like, "This is the best."
This is so good.
Yeah.
Oh, but yeah, this is from like 6 days ago.
Nice.
I'll play a little bit of it so you can fucking take in the glory of how great this fucking band sounds now. They sound better than they've sounded in a long time.
Nice. Like all I can really hear is the snare, but I can hear him beating the living fuck out of it.
Yeah, but just there's something about how they sound now is just like it does sound like that old school, like a nice commingling of Volume 3 and Iowa had a baby, and
Yeah.
that baby was just a beautiful masterpiece of sound. And I'm so looking forward to seeing them live because the bill.
One
I
might
can't
call it a
remember
disaster piece. Oh,
who.
oh, oh. I
I
don't
gotta
know.
see who I can remember who's on this fucking whole tour. It is
Isn't it Corey's son's band too? Vended?
it might be. I can't remember. Um,
Because I
I
believe
know.
that's his son's band, and like you can watch them play live, and you'll see like Corey Taylor off like on the side of the stage in like full on like proud dad mode.
I know. It's so good. It's so adorable. It really is.
Yeah, because he's like they're doing like the heaviest shit, and he's like,
Yeah, just fucking bopping his head, and having a good old time.
and he like knows the words.
Yeah, I can't find the. Yeah, all I'm seeing is the European and UK tour. I'm not seeing the. I know that's the European UK tour. What the fuck? Yeah, for the UK tours, it's Bleed from Within. I think is the opening band.
Mm-hmm.
See if I can find the. Maybe I have to be specific and type in North American tour. Not Fest Roadshow. It's not Fest Roadshow. It's not Fest Roadshow. It's not Fest Roadshow. Stop showing me not Fest Roadshow. Yeah, fair. But yeah, I mean, I've seen like Corey's son's band. Like the moment he starts singing, you're like, yeah, that's Corey's son.
Is it this one? Slipknot announces North American arena tour with Knocked Loose, Orbit Culture, and Vended.
Okay, yes. So that's Corey's son's band.
Yeah.
That's super awesome. And Knocked Loose, I never heard of them.
They're the ones I believe that has that song where it's like, I wrote a song, I'm getting better. Bum, bum, dun, dun, dun. Ow, ow,
Nope. I did this. The one thing that I love, speaking of like random concert videos I've come across, is the any video of security guards at the front of the stage for a Cannibal Corpse show. Because I don't think half of them know what they got themselves into when they agreed to take that job for that particular show. Because there was one, and it was just like, dude, it's like big fucking bulky dude with his arms crossed, standing at the front of the stage looking hard as shit, trying not to like react to anybody. And Corpse comes behind him. He's like, "This next song is about shooting blood from your cock." And you see the guard,
and then
the guy's like,
the fuck? Oh yeah, because he starts off, he's like, "This is a fun little song
yes.
about shooting blood from your cock," and he's like, "What?" All right, I just put the link in the chat to the Knocked Loose thing, the arf.
22 seconds long.
Well, no, it's because it's just the one part of the song.
Oh, okay. Let me
without having to listen to the whole 2.5-minute song.
Arf. No!
I wrote a song about getting better. It's a feeling I can't remember.
I like that they put the dog in there. I didn't watch the video beforehand, but I like that they put the dog in. Ow.
Oh my god. That is fucking great. Oh my god, I wasn't ready to see a dog, little Pomeranian
Right,
dog sitting
like
there.
because I didn't vet the clip because it was too loud in my headphones, and I didn't want to like not hear what you were saying.
So we all reacted to the dog at the same time
We
together. That
did.
was adorable. That was so adorable. Oh my god, that was fucking great. Anyway, uh, I'm going to take my
I
giant
was gonna
glass of
say,
water.
I think that's the high note we need to
Yeah,
pin it on.
and then
Just
I'm going to lay. I'm gonna go home. I'm gonna go in bed and lay down and scroll through the fucking show till I find that dumbass fucking Buzz joke that you made
shit. I said.
and cut it
I
and write the fucking TikTok it's gonna go. Uh,
think we need to,
for,
if you can, maybe incorporate that arf arf into the opening crawl
I
thing.
I
Just like right when the riff starts, like the dun 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 dun, and then it's the dog. Just
I will.
ow, ow.
I will try to incorporate that. I was thinking at one point of just making different intros like for every show. Like every two
Yeah,
weeks have a different weird ass fucking intro that plays with random quotes and whatnot
yeah.
that we either quoted constantly or we'll quote. But I'm gonna send you a video when we get off the show. It was from a couple years ago, and it was Corey and Clown, and it was 10 things you don't know about Slipknot. And it's the most random video. They give you no facts about Slipknot in the video. It's not even, it's the most nonsensical, incoherent thing. Because
Mhm.
one was fuck Ron, and they gave no explanation as to why fuck Ron. But it was if you see Ron,
Fuck Ron.
fuck Ron.
Oh,
And then one was like number 7 space, number 8 was Egypt. It was just this weird shit that they talked about. But I found out at a Q&A session with Corey at his solo tour that came out. It happened after this video. He was doing little questions before he did like his acoustic show, and someone goes, I watched your 10 things you don't know about Slipknot video with Clown, and they go, I want to know why fuck Ron. And turns out that Ron was an old stagehand they used to have, and one of the cardinal rules of the Slipknot tour bus is you don't shit on the tour bus.
hmm.
The bus bathrooms are for pissing and not for shitting. And apparently he fucking destroyed the tour bus bathroom.
Yeah.
And they fired him. So that was why fuck Ron.
All right. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah,
He
it's pretty
poopied
cool.
when he shouldn't have poopied.
Yes,
Do
he
that
was
and fuck
poop.
you.
I can see Corey just laying on the floor under the fucking. Hey, what you doing?
What you doing?
Pooping?
Thing?
You're fired, Ron. Fucking Ron.
Bottom jaw of his mask, but stop pooping.
I hated that fucking mask.
I like you.
Like of all the masks that he's had to the course of like his
I think he hated that more than anybody.
the Slipknot tenure, like if I were to rank them, um, I think my most hated one isn't that one. It's not even the fucking milk gallon mask they had. For we are not your kind. It was the Sonosphere. It was a one-off mask. And it was for I think it was the anniversary thing for Paul or something was going on, and they all wore their old school masks. But obviously Corey's old original dummy mask was fell the fuck apart, and it's not wearable anymore.
Yeah.
So he had one made for the show, and I think if you even Google, matter of fact, I might be able to fucking pull it up, and you'll see why I hate this mask so much. It was the Sonosphere dummy, and it just looks so incredibly awkward.
Mhm.
As I think they were for I think they did 2 nights. Um, um, and one night was the old school mask, and one night was the what fucking album was Psychosocial on? I can't remember. Oh
All hope is gone.
yes. Um, let's see. Hold on a second. Oh man, no. Yeah, I'm trying to see if I can. Yeah, I can't. Oh, here it is. This might be the. Yep, that's it. And naturally, it's on Reddit, which is fantastic. Let me share the screen, and you'll see why this mask is so fucking awful. I mean,
Yeah,
look at it.
it looks like a
Like
Halloween, just
it looks
Spirit
like
Halloween.
Spirit Halloween Corey mask. Um, so yeah, that's my worst one. And then below that one is the We're Not Your Kind milk jug mask that he wore.
Yeah,
The first one, the one that was all puffy in the fucking cheeks.
yeah,
And then he fixed it, and I liked it after he fixed it. The idea behind it was cool. He could paint his face different things because the mask was clear, so it was like a different mask every night because of how he painted his face. So that was a cool idea. But the first iteration of that mask was just fucking terrible.
just straight penis.
And then the All Hope Is Gone mask. I don't like that one. That was very plain. Um, it was like as much as I didn't like the .5 mask with the weird liftable face.
Yeah,
That one was still that was a interesting Corey idea.
oh
But
yeah,
the All Hope Is Gone. That just weird mask with one open eye and one weird
yeah.
circular eye thing. It was just
Looking like the Target dog.
yeah. And then after All Hope Is Gone, no, after .5 was the mask that he had the last album. Um, the end so far.
Yeah,
I like that one because that one seemed like it was kind of going backwards. That one seemed like a good middle ground to the mask that he's wearing now, because that one
yeah,
kind of had that weird zombie look without the dreadlocks.
yeah. Too bad that
And
album
now,
was dog shit. But
yes, I mean, yeah, we went we went into lengths about how that was a contract album, the last
yeah,
album of a contract, and it was like fuck it, we'll do it.
it's like sorry boys, it's just not your best.
We could have, they just walked in and just farted into a microphone for 8 tracks. But there you go, there's your album.
Yeah,
Just imagine it's a whole album of just fucking just sitting Corey ripping farts into a microphone
yeah.
and hearing them giggle.
Take shits
because
or
they're
die. Take shits or die. Take shits or die. Take shits or
and,
die.
and it's hearing them fucking giggle in the background because they're fucking children. Like
Yeah.
there's, um, I was listening the other day before I go. I was listening to Iowa, not the song, the album in the car. Iowa is my least favorite track on that album.
Mhm.
But I was listening in the car from beginning to end because it's one of the few it's one of the few albums that came out, in the last couple of years, in the last couple of years, last 20 years, that I can listen to from front to back. Every song except Iowa is great.
Yeah.
So I had it on the car, and it was the 515. It was the opening track, and I have Anna in the car with me, and she hears the weird guitar thing and the dude just screaming in the background, and she's like, "What the hell is going on?" And I was like, "Well, as the guy you hear screaming is Sid, their DJ."
Yeah.
And I found out recently, in the last couple of years, that the reason he's screaming is because his dad died.
I think this is like his grandfather or something
Oh,
like
his
that.
grandfather, yeah, his grandfather died, and Corey just said, "Go in the studio and scream, get all of your pain and your
Yeah,
anger, and just scream." And that's what they used for the fucking intro to the album.
Yeah.
Those
It
are the
was
good
real.
ones, like that intro, like the those two intros, 515 and the intro to the first album
Yeah.
are the two best. Like none. The intro to the last album was
The whole
fucking
thing I
weird.
think is sick. The whole thing I think is sick. The whole thing I think is sick.
Yeah. That whole thing. It's just like, and it's kind of like when they play Heretic Anthem live, and Sid's back there on the fucking turntable as it starts the countdown. But when it
Yeah.
gets to the 666, he stops it. It's just 6, 6,
Sick.
6, and it goes into the 5, 4, 3, 2, and then he slows down to 1. And it's just real low. It's like, and I'm like, yeah, it's fucking sweet.
Yeah. All right.
Hey, my fish tank is dirty as fuck. I should clean it tomorrow. I'm probably going to. My fish is just floating and staring into nothingness.
Well,
Like he's still alive, but he's behind my algae eater. Oh, now you're moving. You saw me move. He was just sitting there. Algae
heard you
eater was
talking
here, and he was just here, just fucking floating there with his big stupid fucking eye. What are you staring at?
he's like, I'm
Yes.
trying to dissociate.
Yes, it is. Yes, I'm talking shit about you. What are you gonna do about it? Fucking nothing. I think
He's like,
one
what are you
fish.
going to do about me? Feed me? Oh, right.
I think one fish is having a bad time. I hope not. I think he'll be so pissed. I already killed one of the fish. That's a lie.
Won't
He called
admit
it.
that on the air.
That's a lie. He killed himself.
Yeah, he fell.
No. I was cleaning the fucking tank out. And I had all the fish in like these like big pots. It's like fucking. Because here's the problem. My fish tank is right there. My kitchen is over there. So I have to take a pot and go from the tank to the kitchen, back and forth, until it's low enough for me to be able to pick the tank up and just dump all the water in the fucking sink.
Yeah.
So I had the fish in pots, and I had like the 3 goldfish in one pot with one of the algae eaters, and 2 of the algae eaters and the big black one in a different little Tupperware bowl thing. And he was like going after the fucking algae eater and like just splashing water all over my fucking dining room table, and I was getting pissed. So I took the lid of the Tupperware container and just set it right on top. I didn't like seal the fish in like fucking yeah. But I just kind of set it on top so like to block the water from coming out. So then I keep hearing this banging, bang, 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 bang from this fucking bowl, and then the banging stopped. So I thought he calmed the fuck down. He did, permanently. So I took the lid off, and he's just fucking floating there. And I went, huh. So I took the algae eaters out, put them in the tank, and I took the goldfish out, put them in the tank, and then they started swimming sideways. And I was like, am I gonna kill these fucking fish? This is my first time changing the tank. What did I do wrong? Turns out I made the water like 3 degrees colder than it was supposed to be, and it fucked with the fish.
So that can make them go into shock.
I had to put the fucking the tank, the water heater in there to heat the water up, and then within like 10 minutes they were fine again.
Nice.
So I take the blackfish out and I take them in the bigger pot and in the net. I was kind of like sloshing them around, like trying to get them to move again, and what just fucking wasn't moving. So I was like, hey, listen, the blackfish is dead. It's just like, but to be fair, the other smaller fish are really happy now. Because he was a dick. He would bully them.
Yeah.
So, fuck that fish. Fuck your couch. Fuck your couch.
Maybe it was for the best then.
Maybe it was. It was all part of God's
Bu-
plan.
the
And
bully
that's
fish died.
it's all part of fish God's plan. God bites man. God bites man.
Yeah.
How
It's like in
many?
fish God's decree of
I was. That's what I was expecting. Just alone. Um. Before we hang up this up, I'm going to give all the viewers a conundrum, a question to end this Sacreligious Sunday sermon. And here's my question: Is how many wafers would you have to eat, and how much wine would you have to drink to consume one whole entire Jesus? Someone did the math. If you Google it when we get off the show, you can Google like how many wafers is one Jesus, and someone broke it down. Like if the wafers weigh this much per wafer, Jesus weighed this much
there's I'm sure
theoretically,
there's math to it.
and they like it would be this many wafers, and the wine is such and such an ounce, and this many ounces in a pound, and there's this many pounds of blood in your system, and they like you had to eat like it was like 5,300 something wafers and like some obscenely amount of wine to make one full Jesus. But yeah, so go do the math, and by the math I mean go on Google and look it up for yourself. But
Or just drink a bunch of wine until you think that's what happened.
exactly, drink a bunch of wine until you go to bed, and wake up tomorrow morning and be like, nope, not for me. I'm a whiskey guy. But that
Well,
being
perfect
said,
timing because my quesadilla is here.
Fantastic. That was great timing. Well, you enjoy your quesadilla, and I'm going to enjoy finishing the remainder of the half of this giant fucking thing of water.
Yeah,
And,
then go find my dumb joke again.
I will. Yes. I'm going to do that once I lay down. I'm going to hop on Facebook and like just
like man, you said that.
Find this stupid fucking joke. This goddamn horrible joke. I'll do it tomorrow. Actually, I'll do it tomorrow morning because I'm home all day tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. That way, I'm not waiting 24 hours to post on TikTok.
Don't anger yourself right before bed.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna go watch American Dad.
Hell yeah.
And then fall asleep while watching it. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your night, sir. Well, day, night, or fucking early evening.
The sun's still out.
Early evening.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, it's very much black over here.
Yeah.
Dark.
See,
I mean,
that's daylight. That's daylight out there.
Stupid West Coast bullshit.
Yeah. Well.
Anyway, enjoy the rest of your night, sir. And
I offer no resolution to it. Like you fuckers, like yeah. Oh well.
Well, I'm going to make one more stop before I go to bed, and that's the bathroom to take a massive shit. Then go to bed. Because I can't do that in bed. She'll get very mad at me. But I will talk to you later, man. I'll talk to you again for the course of the week. In 2 weeks, we'll do another show, and we'll figure out what we're going to do then. It probably will be because I close at 9 o'clock at my store on Saturdays now. So I'm home by like 9:15. So like 9:30 or so, we'll be doing shows on Saturdays. 9:30 till whenever we decide to fucking end. But enjoy the rest of your night. I'm gonna be posting shit on Reddit on the Twitch self promotion channel on Reddit and see if I can get some people to watch the show.
Some more viewers, some more followers of our wicked ways on this sacrilegious Sunday sermon. And
what? I'm gonna send you something else too when we get off of here. It's the Twisted Tunes, bunch of voice actors, and they're reading Star Wars: A New Hope.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen a clip of that.
And it's got like Billy West and John DiMaggio and Tara Strong, Rob Paulson, Maurice LaMarche.
Yeah,
and Jess Harnell from Drawn Together. He was Captain Hero in Drawn Together.
Oh, nice.
and it's fucking hilarious. It's like an hour and a half long, so it's definitely a video to watch when you have time to kill.
Yeah.
That you don't really have to watch because they're voice actors, so you can kind of have it in the background while you're doing something else. And it's here you can hear Farnsworth being, Luke Skywalker being played by Dr. Farnsworth,
Oh
and
my.
yeah, and the hilarity of that. But yeah, I'll send it to you today or tomorrow. But adios, sir. I'll see you for the next show, and I'll talk to you later on. Bye.
Yes. Bye.